Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Ganesh coaching of education BALASORE. In the previous class, I have talked about meaning and nature of learning. Today we will discuss about factors affecting learning. Factors affecting learning. Before we started this topic, we reminded the meaning of learning. In the previous class, I have told to all of you that learning is not constant, it is dynamic and it is continuous. It starts from the birth till the end of our life. It proceeds either in a increasing or in a decreasing process. But as we are human being, as we are rational animal, it is our also responsibility to develop knowledge, and that knowledge can be developed not only by ourselves, rather than by our relatives, our social help, our community support, and also other points of view. These are more significant because we know that knowledge is power, and knowledge can be collected by us only by the help of or only by the involvement with learning process. Without learning, a man would still be living just like an animal. So, learning is universal. Learning affects. Now a question arises: how learning affects, or in which way learning affects? If our learning affected by different sources, then how we develops the learning process within us? It is very significant to know that without the support of others, without the support of others, nothing can be possible. So, if we want learning, if we need learning, we must involve with various activities, we must involve with various situations. Then from that situation, from that activity, we can get versatile knowledge, heaviest knowledge, and those knowledge will gain through experience. That is learning. But there are some few points, few views, few opinions, few factors which are responsible, which are purely effect on our learning process. One by one we will discuss today. Try to understand, and if you have any doubts, if you feel any doubts, try to give the comments. I will rectify in the next class. So many factors are there in the learning process. So many factors are there. One by one we will discuss. First factor is heredity. Heredity is a factor that is more helpful or that is more significant in our every activities. Now a term arised or now a question arised, what heredity is? Generally we know that we are coming from our family. We are involving with a home. And in a home, number of human beings are there. And we keep contact with them. Like our father, mother, brother, sister, cousins, so many persons are there. They also teach to us directly or indirectly. They also helps to us only for gaining, only for collecting knowledge and skills or other attributes. We will take an example, then we can understand the concept of heredity. Before we are going to understand the concept of heredity, first we must define what is the meaning of heredity. Heredity is a key term, or heredity is a power. What type of power? Inherent power. Heredity is an sum total of trait, sum total of power, sum total of characteristics, sum total of quality which are inherent from the forefather or from our parents or from our relatives. If, very simple example we will take, if our father and here is his son, if father is tall, maybe we can see some of cases son may be tall. If father is more intelligence, then maybe sometimes or some cases, in some or in few cases we can see his or their son will be more intelligent. Father had some quality or mother had some quality, father had some quality, family members, each and every family members have some quality, and those quality transmits, those quality inherits from their parents to their child. These quality transmits or inherent towards their son, which is more responsible in the field of learning process. Okay? In the field of learning process, these are more responsible. That's why we say heredity is the sum total of traits, sum total of characteristics, sum total of nature, sum total of quality which are transmits from the parents towards their son, where or in which learning purely affect among them. So we can say heredity is a major factor which is responsible in the field of factors affecting learning. Okay, this is the first term, heredity. Second one is environment. Second one is environment. It is another factor in the field of teaching learning process, along with we can say it is another factor of learning. Here is environment. We know the meaning of environment, but simply or concretely if we say The meaning of the environment, it has two components, biotic, abiotic. Abiotic components are there. Biotic component like animal, like plants, like man, creature, whatever it may be. Those items or those components which have life. Abiotic components which have no life, like soil, like air, water, like what we call air, water, soil. Then after we can say what we call home, etc. Biotic component and abiotic component, these are more responsible in the field of environment. Here is also, suppose we will take one individual, that is Ram. Ram stay in a family. Ram stay in a family. In the family, he also involved with different plants, different men, different creatures, animals. Ram also involved with his family, with his water, air, etc. In a particular environment, he stays. And from that environment, he also learns something. Very simply, I will provide an example. Try to listen and understand how environment affect. Suppose here is a poor family. Here is a poor family. Rich family. Poor family, rich family. It is one type of environment. Here is. It is also one type of environment. It is also one type of environment. Here is suppose Ram. Here is Ram stays. Here is Hari stays. Can we say both Ram and Hari will become more talented or equivalent in the field of learning? Never. Why? Because in the poor family, Ram does not have sufficient money. First point, does not have sufficient money. It means there exists financial lack of finance or financial decrease. Lack of finance. Finance facility Ram cannot get properly. If finance facility will not be provided to him or to Ram, then he will not get sufficient books, sufficient journals, tuition facilities cannot be gained by Ramu. He will not learn properly nowadays. Whereas rich family, Hari stay in a rich family in the town. Ram stay in the village. Hari stay in the town. Hari get maximum facilities. Coaching center, what we call personal tuition, different books, different journals, different magazines, only for expansion of knowledge, only for high expansion of knowledge he can done. but he cannot, because lack of financial support is here. Here is maximum facilities of finance, where Hari can get but Ram cannot. Because Ram stay in the poor family, Hari stay in a rich family. It is also one type of environment. Individual, or that particular two individual, if they stay in that particular situation, then learning must be affected. So environment is a very important term. Environment is a very important feature by which individual gain knowledge, may be or may not be. Okay, this is the second definition, factors affecting learning. Third point. We will go to third factor, major factor. Third one is sex difference. Sex difference. How sex difference affect on learning? We are acquainted with the term sex. Mainly, we can define, or we can classify the term sex into two categories, mainly male and female. One is male category, another is female category. Both are different from one to another in the field of intelligence, in the field of various activities, in the field of various activities, intelligence, various skills, in the field of various work, in the field of their daily life. Both male and female differ. If male and female differ on this view, then we can say definitely among the sex, or among the male and female, learning will be affected. We know that in the field of growth and development, generally 4 stages of growth and development exist. 4 stages: infancy, childhood, adolescence, adulthood. These are the 4 stages of development. In our life, each and every stages, we face number of difficulties, and all the difficulties cannot be solved by us, because sometimes we also take support of others. Others means that may be family, that may be relatives, that may be our society, that may be our friends. Now a question arises. In each and every stages of our life, both male and female differ one to one. In the infancy stage, individuals also differ according to their physiological characteristics. But the mental difference cannot be found out properly. But when childhood started, adolescence started, during that moment we see childhood and adolescence. In the childhood and adolescence period, we see both male and female differ from each other according to their different attributes. During this period, individual, that means male, they have stress and strain. We know that during the adolescence period, stress and strain develops among the male more, less in female. Some characteristics also are there which are develops maximum, in a maximum way in the male cases, whereas in the female cases that cannot be. But when adulthood start, both male are very cautious how to live in the society, how to collect money, how to participate or how to get a job. They are very cautious, they are very conscious about their career in the case of male. But in the case of female, they also very cautious about their family, about their particular, their relatives, about also their family members. In a home, how to develop a good relationship with others, how to cope with others, they also develop. So different attributes can differ at different stages of our life among them. So here is a question, or here is we can say that sex difference also affect on a learning. If we learn in the classroom also, we see in the classroom boys are very fickle. Generally we can say boys are very fickle, girls are very silent. But after the completion of class, when exams start, boys are very serious about their exam. Girls are also very serious, but not more than boys. We can see those are the very day-to-day example. We can see in the classroom also different attitude, different activities among them. This type of difference exists among both male and female. If difference exists, then definitely learning will affect among two individuals. That may be male and female. This is the third component of, or this is third factors of affecting learning. Fourth one is, we go to fourth point. Physical health. This is physical health. Another point, physical health. Physical health. Physical health means what? Physical fitness. Physical health does not mean heavy muscle, bodybuilder. Never. Physical health means fitness. Live from the various disease. Stay or live without disease. That is physical health. According to our age, the weight, body weight must be required. If not, we can say also physical health decreases among that individual, and here is learning will affect. Mental activities does not required here. Here is required your proper writing, sitting in a class properly, during the study hour make concentration, proper looking in the classroom towards the blackboard. These are the examples which are related with physical health. So individual must keep touch with physical health. Proper physical health if exists among the individual, no doubt learning will be promoted, otherwise learning will be affected. So mental health is another point. Mental health is another point. Both mental health and physical health must be essential for effective and for successful learning. Mental health and physical health must be required, because learning develops our knowledge and knowledge gives power, and power gives respect, and it is more essential. Respect is more essential for our life. Okay, so for taking respect from others, we have to be learned, and for learning situation, and for learning situation, we also keep good physical health and good mental health within us. If not, if we have not physical health, if we not have mental health means lack of stress, lack of mental pressure, free from social barriers. These are more important in the field of mental health. So mental health and physical health both are more significant to develop our learning process within us. Clear? These are why important. Question arises. These are why important for the learning. These are why important, because if we ready physically and mentally, then learning develops. Physically and mentally, if we ready to gain knowledge from books, from different journals, from different magazines, from different sites, internet sites, if we want to collect knowledge, we must be ready physically and mentally. So physical health and mental health must be significant, must be essential in the field of learning process. If those two items, those two factors, or those two components will be hampered, will be decreases among the individuals, then learning may not be possible properly. Okay. Another point we will go. Another point, factors affecting learning, that is motivation. Motivation is also a very important component. It's also very important factor. Why? A motivated child can learn properly. Internally or externally, an individual must be motivated. Otherwise, learning will affect. Question arises: how, sir? How a individual motivated internally and externally? In term, basically, a motivation two types: internal, external. Internal motivation, external motivation. Internal motivation and external motivation both are significant. Let me take an example. In the classroom, teacher provides teaching program or develops teaching program for the learner. Suppose a teacher told to a boy, you are a good boy, but really that boy is not a good. But really that boy is not a good boy. But suppose a teacher told to a boy that you are a good boy, then individual think deeply. Individual will think deeply. Am I a good boy? My teacher told to me that I am a good boy, but I know that I am not a good boy. But teacher told to me I am a good boy. Maybe I will rectify my behavior. I will rectify my attitude. That type of motivation develops among the learner. And that type of motivation is called internal motivation. Internal motivation cannot be provided by anybody forcefully. Internal motivation will provide not by others. Internal motivation will develop by us internally, by ourselves. That will be developed. External motivation here, what is external? External motivation means teacher when told to that boy that you are a very good boy, that type of motivation is called external motivation. Teacher knows that that individual is not good, but I will told to him that that boy is a good boy. That type of term when teacher used in the classroom, that type of term is called external motivation. So external motivation will gain by us from various angles. But when we are taking different external motivation from others, it is our responsibility is to rectify our behavior. Internal motivation will be developed by us, then learning will be possible. Okay, so motivation, if there exists motivation, learning will be possible. Learning will be develops among the learner properly. Otherwise, may not be. These are the factors affecting learning. Most important, another point, motivation. Motivation is also one type of term which is used by the teacher in the classroom. Teacher must provide external motivation, and through external motivation, individual will develop by himself internal motivation, and if internal motivation will be developed by the individual, then learning